I'm gonna take this time to actually acknowledge everything. I'm gonna shut up. I don't know what the I'm saying right now. I'm gonna take this time to talk about why I started watching anime, how I started watching anime, how I was introduced to anime and everything like that. This is normally a video that I'm supposed to do with the face cam, but I'm not gonna lie. I tried. I'm lying, obviously, but I don't want to use my phone for a camera because, for example, right now it's dark in my room. I'm black. That doesn't work out so well. I don't have a lamp in this room. My lamp is broken. Okay, I'm gonna get back on track. Okay, point is I can't do a face cam right now, but the next when I can, I won't have a problem doing face cam, and I actually really want to do a face cam, but I would need some sort of light source in this room. All I have is my mini TV, which is absolute garbage. Nevertheless, keep going, keep just talking. I think that there should be gameplay in the back, but here's how just the story of how anime was introduced into my life. Alright, so to start the story, I gotta take it back to when I was like maybe 10-ish. My cousin used to watch Dragon Ball Z, which isn't really a key importance of the story, but he used to watch Dragon Ball Z, and you know, I used to make fun of him for it because why are you watching that? That's kind of how I felt. Felt like those type of people who are also known as my friends, who call anime watchers weeaboos. But I didn't call him a weeaboo. I just said, like, I don't understand why he's watching that. But one day I was flipping through the channels. Nothing else was on except for Dragon Ball Z on TV. Okay, it was on it was on Nicktoons. So I just left it there. I left the channel there and I started watching it. It was actually really good. It was not the first episode. It was episode 24, I think. It was the episode where Frieza killed Vegeta. After I watched that, I was confused. So then I looked that up, and I figured out there are like 90-something episodes of that. So was Dragon Ball Z Kai. So there were like 90-something episodes of that. So I looked up every single episode on YouTube. I watched every single episode on YouTube. No other website, just YouTube. Okay? Because I'm gonna tell you this much. My description of anime at that time was Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, and Pokemon. That's literally it. I thought that only those three can be called anime. Continuing the story, I watched that, and then I think a year went by, and then I realized there's Dragon Ball Z. Not just Dragon Ball Z Kai, but Dragon Ball Z. So, and then for Dragon Ball Z, there were like 200-something episodes of that. So I'm like, oh my god, yes! Looked up every single episode on YouTube again. And that was that. After I finished that, I felt completed. So then all I had to do was just buy all like action figures and like everything like that, and then my life would be complete. But what I didn't realize is that anime goes so much further than just 3 shows. How I realized that, let me tell you how I realized that. Okay, let me say this. I went to a stupid library program that I did not want to go to in my library, where we just sat down, ate chips, and watched a movie. It was not a movie, it was anime. It was a TV show. I did not know it at the time. But when I was watching it, I'm like, wait a minute. This looked like Dragon Ball Z. Like, the actual animation looks like just like Dragon Ball Z. So, I just completely ignored it. Okay, because I couldn't understand what was going on, because they did not start at episode 1. They started at like episode 17 or something like that. I don't know. But I didn't realize it was anime. Years went by. And then I don't know how, I don't know why, but somehow I ended up, hold up, that's how, okay. So I looked up anime on Google because I wanted to know what it was, because like the animation at the library movie thing showing, I don't know what that was called. The animation that they showed there looked exactly the same as Dragon Ball Z, so I had to completely reanalyze my definition of anime. Listen. When I typed in anime and I hit search, there was an app that came up. It was called Watch Anime. I don't think it's called that anymore, but it was called Watch Anime. I downloaded it. And when I opened it, there were a bunch, tons, literal tons of pages scrolling all the way down of anime. I did not know what any of that was, but the one that I came across was Death Note. That's the one that I came across. Okay, because I just picked one, and Death Note had the word death in it, and at the time I was like a psychopath or something, so I just decided to watch Death Note. I started watching it. I watched the first episode, and I was not expecting to finish it. I watched the first episode, and it brought me in. It like hooked me onto it. So then I watched all 39 episodes in like a week, which for me that's kind of an accomplishment. As even as I look back at it now, it's kind of an accomplishment, especially at that time, because things were not good for me at that time. But I did. I pulled through it. I watched all 39 episodes. I think that was when I was in 9th grade. No, it was going into my 9th grade year. I watched 39 episodes. And then I started to watch Naruto. Oh my god, I cannot tell you the feeling that I felt when I was actually watching that anime. I felt like it was Dragon Ball Z, but it was a bunch of different Dragon Ball Zs. That's what I felt like. And it was so good to me. Now, where was I in Naruto? I finished the 220 episodes of Naruto, and then school starts. I was panicking after I finished Naruto because I could not find the rest of the episodes. I typed in Naruto episode 221, nothing showed up. So, but then everybody was like, go to Naruto Shippuden, it's like, it's completely fine. So I'm like, alright, I'm gonna believe them. I went to Naruto Shippuden and everything was fine. School started. And then, oh, turns out, I forgot to say this, turns out that Death Note was actually the show that they were showing in the library. So, I just got lucky to find it on my first try. But yeah, so, school starts, and then my friend, who's actually my best friend now, he told me about this show. It was Soul Eater. Soul Eater is the name of it. He told me about that show. I don't know how he got on the topic of anime, but he told me about that show. And he told me that I have to watch it. Like, I have to watch it. So I said, okay, so you have to watch Death Note. So we kind of like did a little exchange, which it was a little bit harder for me because Soul Eater was 59 episodes and I had way less time than I did before. I could barely watch like 3 episodes in a day because I would keep constantly getting interrupted. I'm not going to complain. But the point is, he finished before me, and then I finished Soul Eater soon after. After that, this is like the main breaking point for me. What I thought there's more of these, because at that point, my mindset was that anime was, even though I saw that those pages and pages of anime on the app, my mindset was still at anime is Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon, and Naruto. That's all I thought. But then after I watched Death Note, I added that to the list. When I watched Soul Eater, I added that to the list. But I thought that those were the only anime. Then I got introduced to this website called Kiss Anime. Now that was literal page. They had alphabetical orders for it. And my concept of anime was expanded. And I literally... that was probably the happiest moment of my life when I found out that there were like bunches of bundles of these things. And they had to search by genre too. Oh my god. Oh my god. So yeah, and then from there I just started watching a bunch of anime. And then here I am still watching a bunch of anime. But because of my lack of time, I'm not going to explain why yet because I don't feel like it. You don't need to know that information, but because of my lack of time that I have to watch anime, then my anime list is still pretty low. It's not like as high as it could be. Like I have not watched as many as I could watch, but I still watch a lot, and I have still watched a lot, and I still do watch a lot, and I still will continue to watch a lot because I love anime. I don't know what to tell you. All right, I just do. That's pretty much it. I just wanted to talk about that. I'm literally laying down on my bed thinking of video ideas to do, and this happened to show up. So yeah, I'm actually editing a Cyberman video right now, so that should go up soon. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. I want to do more of this, but I do want to get a camera so I can do a face cam. It doesn't even have to be a camera, it just needs to be a light source. Like a lamp or a nightlight or something. I literally have no light in this room. I need a light source. Or I have to do this in the daytime, but I'm at school during the daytime, and then I got homework when I get home, and then it's nighttime again. But I'll find a way how to do it and still make a face cam. But if this works out, then I might just continue doing it without a face cam. Well, no, I'm gonna do it with the face cam eventually, but if this works out, then I'm gonna, like, I'm not gonna panic on the light source or anything like that, and then I'll just do a face cam whenever I can. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna shut up.